Hi, it's Angel, and I'm so excited to be filming this product to share this with you because every time I go to Korea, when I look at the road shop and drugstores, there's so many of them, so many great products, and I can't try all of them out. So it's very helpful when I know the best seller or the best formula product. And while I was living in Korea, I tried, I think, every single of the little single shadows that they sold in each of the road shop and drugstore, and I came to a conclusion that this brand made the best out of all the ones that I have tried. And so I wanted to film this video, and of course I want to say that this is my opinion, but I was able to conclude this way. First, for the pigment, how much color payoff the shadow gave. Second, the least amount of fallouts. And third, I was able to pick which one had the best formula, like how buttery and how smooth it went on the skin. And for all of them, I do have to say that they all last about the same. They last throughout the day, so I couldn't decide on how long they stayed. I feel like when it came to the long-lasting effect, everything did pretty much of its job. I'm going to swatch all of the eyeshadows and talk about it along the way on each brand. And if I actually don't have a certain brand, it's because I got rid of it because it was just not good. And all of these shadows, I have to say, are among the same price line, as in the single shadows that are like the same price line as the single shadow, not the higher end like the Prism eyeshadow from Bbia or the VDL eyeshadows. Like, I'm talking about just the basic rose shop single shadows that are all in the same price range. And with that said, let me get started. The first eyeshadows I'm going to talk about is from Nature Republic. These are their cute little single shadows, and I am going to swatch them. This one is just a pale white color. When it comes to their formula, they feel really smooth, and so it does feel buttery and it's very easy to glide on. So for their formula wise, I'll give it a 4.3. And when it comes to color payoff, it's not as great as others. It's very subtle and it's very natural, and so when it comes to color payoff, I'll give it like a 4 out of 5. And when I say fallouts, it doesn't give a lot of fallouts, which is great, and for that I'll give it a 4.2 out of 5. And the next brand is Aritaum. Aritaum comes with two different packaging. One is just a straight single eyeshadow, and the other one looks kind of like a little doom. It's like looks like a baked shadow, but they're basically the same thing, just different colors. And I will swatch these as well. Ideum is already really famous for their single shadows. They feel very nice. The formula is really great. It feels very buttery, and the color payoff is nice as well. I will give a 4.5 for color payoff. The formula 4.5 as well. They're very nice. And fallouts, they don't have a lot of fallouts, so 4.5 for that too. And next, I'm going to talk about Etude House. These are the Etude House single shadows. They come in clear packages. And let me swatch these for you. They're so smooth and buttery, and their color payoff is super amazing, and they look really nice on too. Etude House actually has my highest vote, 4.8 for the formula, 4.9 for color payoff, and really least amount of fallouts, so it's almost the same as Aritaum, so I'll say 4.5. Next, I'm gonna include a brand, Bbia. This is an online store. They don't have a store on their own, but they're really popular for their products as well. And I'm gonna swatch the Bbia one. Their eyeshadows are really nice as well. The formula, I have to say, is a 4.5. Color payoff is 4.5, and also the fallout is gonna be a 4.2. It gives a little more fallouts than the other Aritaum and the Etude ones before. Next is going to be the Innisfree shadows. Their shadows are called the mineral single shadows, so I feel like the mineral part makes it more subtle and a very natural color payoff, so it's not super pigmented. Formula and overall is not as amazing as the Aritaum or the Etude House one. So this one, I would say the formula is 4 out of 5, color payoff 4 out of 5, and the fallouts 4 out of 5 as well. And the last brand that I have is the Faceshop, but as you can see from the packaging, it does already have a lot of fallouts. This is a darker color, so it looks like the color payoff is great compared to the others, but it's because it is a darker color. I would say that it is 4 for the formula, and color payoff 4.2, and for the fallout it's like a 3.5. It does have more fallouts than the other ones, and the texture is not, the formula and the texture is not as smooth as the other ones as well. These are Nature Republic, more natural and subtle. Color payoff is not as great. The other two are from Aritaum, and these are from the Etude House, and this one is Bbia, Innisfree, and the last one is the Faceshop. And because all the colors are so different, I try to rate the numbers depending on how I felt while I was using them all the time. I know that I didn't mention every single Rose Shop and Drugstore shadow, so I'm going to mention the Sam. I felt it in the store and I just ended up never picking it up because the swatches that I felt were just not even good compared to the Aritaum or the Etude House. And so I will have to say the winner of the eyeshadow is going to be Etude House. I absolutely loved Etude House the best out of all of them, even though the close call is the Aritaum too, because this one gives more color payoff and it is just so beautiful when it glides onto the skin. And I always get compliments when I do use Etude House eyeshadows. I would say go for Etude House shadows if you are looking for great single shadows to pick up while you're in Korea. And as always, thank you guys so much for taking your time to watch my video. I hope this review helped for anyone who is looking out for single shadows. And have a nice day. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!